In this video, I'm going to show you how in the quickest way possible you can use our trading web app to generate a side income, even if you don't have a brand or community yet. We've been working on this trading journal in that niche for over 3 years. With more than 500 traders from across the world trading various different markets, we've gotten so much feedback that's allowed us to improve and cater this trading journal to traders who actually can benefit from it here today. And as time goes on, traders realize the importance of having a trading journal and having a routine around journaling their trades. So this is such an easy product to offer because it actually helps benefit people in the space. And in just about 1 year of offering the journal branding program, we've been able to make over 6 figures in profits across all of our partners. So if you're interested in bringing more value to your community, or if you're looking to build out a community, or if you're looking to make a side income by offering a trading journal to other traders, this video is for you. And by the end, we'll answer all your questions so you'll know exactly where to go next. Taking it back to the beginning, this trading journal started out as an Excel spreadsheet. And after hundreds and hundreds of orders, it has evolved into now a web application that I think a lot of people and traders are very happy to be using. We've even had clients of TradeVite branding with us from the very beginning, back when it was just a simple Excel spreadsheet, all the way to now. And for example, that's Rafael Verde. Rafael was a Forex trader who was one of the first who showed interest in building out his own branding using our trading journal. He wanted something that he can exclusively offer to his friends and trading community that he would be able to scale up and utilize as his own. And we love the idea. So we branded the journal with his colors, his own logo, and even changed some things to adapt to his trading style. We transferred the domain over to his website so he can start offering it and sharing it to his community. After a video on YouTube showcasing the journal, he was gaining some more traction and some more visibility, to the point where he had over 7,000 leads and over 1,000 active users of his very own trading journal. So that got us thinking. Given this success, we realized there's a lot of traders and brands that could benefit greatly from having their own trading journal, their own branding. Not only is it a way to educate people, but you can engage with your audience, coach traders, and even make some money off of it. So that's how we ended up with TradeVite branding. All right, so who is this for? Now I want to dive deeper into explaining our white label program. This really could be for a wide range of users. First, I think it makes sense to dive into someone who has a following or a community. For example, someone who has a YouTube channel, someone who has an Instagram following or TikTok following or following elsewhere on social media, who is in the trading education space or trading influencer space, where people are looking up to you as someone with more experience, as someone for guidance, as someone who can help them in their own trading journeys. A great example is Kevin Cage, a YouTuber with well over 100,000 subscribers. And Kevin has integrated the journal into his own private community where those members are able to access it and then use it as their own trading journal. Another example is WB Trading, a trading community with over 20,000 subscribers on YouTube focused in the Forex space, where here you can see how they've gone about the branding and customizations of the trading journal for their subscribers and for their community. Now, diving deeper, you don't have to have a community to use this, as we mentioned earlier. You could be someone who is your own individual trader who maybe has aspirations of starting a community or maybe something along those lines down the road, but you want to have your own trading journal that you can customize and use as you see fit. A great example is Tim Thomas from Wagami Trader. He only started with us a couple months ago and didn't really have a community yet. But as time has gone on, he's been able to build his brand and now has over 200 paying customers. So if you're in a similar boat as Tim, you have the opportunity to customize the trading journal. If you don't have a logo, don't worry about it. We can always add one in for you later. So there really isn't any rush to have things perfect before you get started. Now, I've also talked to some of our other partners, and I wanted to share in their words what they've had to say about their experience working with us.
Ciao, sono Daniel, spero che vada tutto bene. Ho scelto questo journal perché è completamente personalizzabile e i ragazzi che lo gestiscono sono davvero disponibili. Cercavo uno strumento che permettesse ai membri della mia community di monitorare le loro performance di trading in modo preciso e di migliorare il processo decisionale grazie a un'analisi più chiara delle operazioni fatte. Da quando l'ho introdotto ho notato che i membri della community hanno iniziato a operare con più consapevolezza. Il journal aiuta a tenere traccia delle operazioni in modo accurato e a valutare meglio i risultati, rendendo più facile individuare aree di miglioramento e affinare le strategie. La community ha accolto con entusiasmo questo strumento. Avere un journal dedicato li aiuta a mantenere la disciplina e a gestire meglio il proprio trading, basandosi su dati concreti e non solo sulle sensazioni. Se stai pensando di offrire un journal personalizzato per la tua community, te lo consiglio vivamente. Questo journal fa il caso tuo e soprattutto fa il caso della tua community. È difficile trovare un journal così personalizzabile con delle persone dietro così disponibili. Vi auguro un buon trading, ci vediamo alla prossima.
I'm Carl Umland, and I'm the owner of WB Trading, which is a Forex-based, Europe-based day trading education company. I think a lot of day trading education providers don't understand that the highest value they can bring to their clients long-term is to create long-term value, not that upfront value. And so we went out to the market to find out what was most impactful long-term to help a trader succeed. And believe it or not, as much as it's being talked about, trade journaling in itself is really important. And so we found that out as a fundamental for traders long-term to be successful. And so we wanted to bring that value to our clients long-term. And then you guys came out as basically top of town for trade journaling software. What's impressed us is that we knew long-term trade journaling helps the trader long-term become more successful. I think the thing that was surprising to us was the level of efficacy of the actual journal for our members. So we have thousands of people that have come through our ecosystem, and we now have dozens of them that are actually using the trade journal. And the crazy stat that's blown us away is that we're kind of showing our trade journal now. This is our specific site's version of it. But showing the admin side of it, jumping to the admin panel that you guys set up for us and looking at all the users, sorting this by P&L, the total profit and loss of each trader. We found that over 85% of our members that actually use the trade journaling software itself are profitable. And so we knew it would help. We knew long-term that's the right way to go because they need to use a trade journal for life, regardless of what they trade and how they trade. But we were blown away at how good the results were for the traders themselves. This is just a little bit of how TradeVibe and Julio and his team have gone hyper above and beyond. We like the product so much, and we found the efficacy of it so strong that we actually turned it into a lead magnet. And so our traders within our community have good results, and we wanted to broadcast those. So what we actually set up on our website is a link to the journal itself so that you can go look at the results. And on our website, it serves as an actual lead magnet. And Julio basically worked with us to actually allow that, which was incredibly impressive. Not only do they provide for the product and do a very good job, but if you guys need bespoke services that go a bit above and beyond it, they actually do it to this level, which is still just blows me away. So I couldn't say enough good things about Julio and TradeVibe. And again, just it's something you should do. Just pull the trigger.
Okay, so now it's time to get into the nitty-gritty details. I want to dive deeper into how the journal actually works. We're going to cover everything you need to know, from all the features that are included in the journal, how the branding aspect works, how the onboarding process works, how to collect subscriptions automatically, how to see new registers in real time on the admin panel, pricing, and a lot more where that came from. All right, so right now we are inside of the TradeVibe Trading Journal. So I'm on the database tab. I'm going to take you through each of the tabs and talk about every piece that we have that goes into this puzzle that we can utilize and traders can utilize. The top left is where you'll click on the Add Trade button. Where you click on Add Trade, you'll have the option to manually import a trade. Now, there's a couple ways to go about importing trades manually, through Excel, or through a broker import. Here's the broker list that we currently have. If you are looking to add a new broker, just reach out to support and we can see if that can get done. If not, manual or Excel will have to do for now until new brokers can be added. Going through a manual import, for example, let's go with a Tesla trade. Let's say we went with a Tesla long and we made approximately $100 or $1,000. Doesn't really matter in this case. And there was a $5 fee. There's the entry date. I can select the exit date, and then I have the option to put a strategy in. So what I can go ahead and do is just say, let's say I trade a bull flag to the upside. I traded a bull flag to the upside. Boom. I'll have to click on the plus button to add my strategy into the journal so that I can easily select it from the drop down. So let's go ahead and do that really quick. Bull flag. Why can't I type today? I don't know. Add the item. We are now good. So now I can go to strategy and have that as a drop down option, and I can track the results of that bull flag throughout my trading. Okay, so let's say this was a day trade. I can say that my entry time was at 10 a.m. and then my exit time was at 11 a.m. Just to make it easy, I can go over, add an entry price, exit price, all that stuff. I added an entry price, exit price, just to make things super simple. And the size, I can go in and I can add comments here saying this was a great trade for whatever reasons. I can even add screenshots, and I may have a chart to add. Boom, I do. I actually have a Tesla screenshot from my own experience yesterday. Boom, and there you go. So I can add all of that stuff inside of here per each of my trades, And let's say that I go ahead and do that and add the trade in, or I was to have an Excel import, or I was to have the broker import. Then once I have the trade popped up in here, we have the entry date, exit time, symbol, everything, side long, my price, all of that. I can click on any of the sections and it will repopulate that page we were just looking at. So I can go in and edit the trade if I have to, or if I want to bulk edit or delete trades, there's an icon, the box icon on the left-hand side. Here's where I can click on to edit, delete, and do whatever I need to do if I need to do that on the trades. Now, the terminology for all these inputs is meant to be kind of universal, but if you do want to customize something, you have the options to do so. For example, at Zenith Trading, we added the call or put option to the journal. So you have the option to select call or put. So if you have something like that you wanted to add, we can certainly do so. Just reach out to support and we'll see what we can do. Maybe you want to use a different currency, or maybe the P&L percentage is not populated because you don't have an account balance. So up in the top right, if I go over to settings, you'll see the account settings. You'll have the option to have an initial capital. So maybe I started on a $10,000 account and I want to add that in there, and I can have the $10,000 account set. I can change the currency. I'm going to leave it at US dollars because that's what I trade in. And then I can also add a different portfolio. So maybe I trade on different accounts. I can add, hey, this is over on my, my personal account. This is on my IRA account. This is on this account, that account. I have the option to add different portfolios and then tag these trades into these different portfolios or these different accounts. Okay, so now over to the overview tab. I added an additional trade in the database section, which was a $500 loss on Apple. So now in the overview tab, you'll have your cumulative profit. So here's your curve, and it will also show you a blue and a white line. The white line is the net profit, and then the other one is the gross profit line, or the account value line. And then the total profits up here, gross profit, net profit. We have the win rate feature, so you'll be able to see what percentage of trades you win. You have the risk reward. So this 2.0 risk reward means that my winners are double the size of my losers on average. And then, of course, over more trades, you get a better understanding there. Profit factor of 2.0. Anything above 1 is a profitable period or a profitable system, strategy, whatever you're going to call your strategy. And then it has a current win streak, which is 0 days technically because the new trade that I entered was a $500 loss. We also have a widget or a section down here with the quantity of winners, quantity of losers, average winner, average loser size, and the average hold time. These are in hours, so I just add these trades as 1 hour. But of course, that would be different if it was like my actual trades. There's no way it would be perfectly 1 hour every time. Oh, it's possible. There's a strategy section, which the Apple trade, I did not log a strategy, so it's showing up blank. But if I was to log a strategy, it would show up there. And then the bull flag strategy I can have selected as well, so I can see how good my performance is when I just hyper focus on one strategy. And maybe I trade a bull flag or a bear flag, or I trade this or that. And I have a way to figure out which one's better, which strategies to keep, which ones to get rid of, and then focusing on that one strategy if it's working. I also have the option to select different months. So I have January, February, March. In this case, I only have trades logged for the month of September, so that's what's highlighted. And then I can check off different years. And then I can also check off long or short trades. So on long trades, I'm profitable. On short trades only, if I were to go to just short trades, I'm not profitable. So I could say, hey, my strategy really works well for longs, but not for shorts. That's great information to know. And then I also have the option to select intraday or multi-day. I don't have any multi-day trades logged here, but if I had swing trades that I held for multiple days, I can see, am I better with swing trades or am I better with day trades, and see that functionality and see how the curve would change based off of that. One last thing, they also will show you my last 30 days of P&L. So it will show you kind of a bar graph going over the past 30 days. In this case, I have the past 2 days, but if you have the past 30 days, you can see how you're doing. If you have a dip mid-month, if you have a recent run, and if you are in a recent run, you'll also be told with your current streak at the top right. Dropping it down to the next section, which is the detailed section, here is where we have a little bit more, I guess you could say, detail or more of a chart perspective to look at things. So I have my day-to-day P&L, which we had the 4th, and then the 5th was a red day. Day of the week, I'll be able to track the day of the week, which days I'm green, which days I'm red. The top trades and bottom trades, meaning that these are the better trades, or these are the trades that made me the most money. And then the bottom trades be these are the trades that lost me the most money. So I can see how that's shaking out over time. My entry time, showing me if I'm profitable at a different time of day versus other times of day. We have that last 30-day feature here as well. On top of the day of the week and these top and bottom trades and entry and exit time, we also have the number of trades. So it'll show me the number of trades I have taken on a specific day of the week. So I have better data to understand, okay, Is it just, one or two trades, or do I have a lot of data here to go off of? And then we have the number of trades as well underneath the entry time. And I could do the exact same thing here by checking off different strategies. If I want to just track one of the strategies, checking off different months, different years, long or short, intraday, or multi-day as well. This is the trading calendar, so it'll show you for this year all of the trading days that I've got logged. It'll show me that, and I can click into an individual day and see more information about that individual trade. So I have the P&L, the long side, the time of entry, exit, the strategy, and then any comments that I have on that trade, so I can review those trades. And it's an easier way to jump back and see from a bigger picture how my month are shaking out, and then I can go into that trade on that given month or on that given day of that month and see more information and see what I have comments on and see what I want to, if there's something to review or whatever I got to do. Now, here is the journal populated with demo data, so I can show you guys how this would look with a lot more data inside. So here would be the database section. Let me go to the overview section so you can see this a lot better. Here's how it would look with multiple years of demo data. You have your profits, your win rate, and you have this populated a lot nicer. So we have a couple of different strategies. So if I got rid of the other two strategies and talk about the breakout strategy, I'm only looking at trades that have been tagged with that breakout strategy. I can also say, okay, let me show all the strategies, but I want to see how my trading was in just the month of January, or just for quarter 4, quarter 1, and I can select the specific months that I want to show up. So for example, I can see the January trading data for, let's just get rid of these 2 years, 2021, and I can see how my trading was in January. I have the long, short option, intraday or multi-day, and we have a lot more data to now look at when it comes to our wins, losses, and our P&L over the different periods of time. Detailed data will show a lot more information here as well, so you can see a nice day-to-day P&L curve, nice dot plot. You can see all the dots showing up, the last 30 days, of course, and then we have more information on our days of the week that are profitable versus not profitable. So it shows me that Tuesday and Friday are the most profitable, and I have pretty consistent data in terms of the trades that I've taken across all the days, so I know that there's something to be said there. Then I also have entry time, which shows me the earlier, not the best, especially between, it looks like around 7 a.m., doesn't seem to be the best, but this is just kind of a better understanding of what the data would look like populated with a lot more information, so you can kind of get a better feel for it. So that's what you have inside of the trading journal, and here's what the home page will look like. Now, this home page can be customized, and you can customize this with your brand, your logos, all that great stuff, but here is what it will look like bare bones. You can send people to this homepage, or you can change the copy of the page at no extra cost. And so you have the functionality of the overview dashboard, detailed dashboard, calendar, all that great stuff. I want to show an example from Zenith Trading of a custom homepage, and here's kind of how it looks. You have the Zenith Trading homepage, some different colors, a showing of what the trading journal will look like on the user's end, options to get started right now, and then a pricing option, some reviews, and then some more features down as users will scroll down. So if you have your own landing page, or you want to build out your own landing page, or even have someone build one for you and hire them to do so, you can totally do that, just like Doug from Zenith Trading, and then we can have it set up. I also want to mention there is the possibility to change and implement some different things if you would like to, like this page that has been customized to French. And then over here at Blast Journal, they have the journal offered at $15 a month. However, they have a 14-day free trial as well. So you have the possibility to add something like that if you choose to do so and customize it a little bit more. All right, so let's go through the onboarding process. First things first, our team is there every step of the way, so you won't have to worry. If you have any questions, problems, we'll be there to help you out. But we usually like to have a WhatsApp group or a Discord group so we can easily send messages back and forth. That just makes things super easy on the communication side. Next step after the order is placed, we'll be in touch in terms of colors, how you want the colors to show up for positive values, negative values, logo, any other branding features that you want to add. And again, like I said before, if you don't have a logo yet, no worries. We don't have to add that. We can always add that in later. For payment collection from subscribers, we use Stripe, which is the largest payment processor in the world, and Stripe also accepts all major credit cards. We'll send over instructions how to connect your Stripe account to the app, and then those payments will flow directly to your Stripe wallet. But we have this integrated into the app already, so it's a pretty streamlined process, and when someone registers, they will get access automatically. You will also have an admin panel, which you can give or take away access in the admin panel if you would like to do so manually. This is a panel that only the admin can access, and so you can see information from the subscribers if you would like to, just some basic information there, And again, like I said before, take away or grant access if you would like to. Next step would be the domain, and we could deploy the trading journal with our domain. So for example, it could be yourbrand.tradevipe.com. So if you don't have a domain already, you can utilize that. Totally no problem. But we can transfer it over to your domain or create a separate domain exclusively for your journal if you would like to. So for example, journal.yourbrand.com if the website is www.yourbrand.com. The next step will be a Klaviyo connection. If you already have a Klaviyo account, we'll be able to connect that account to the application so you can collect emails, build out an email list, generate flows, and create campaigns, all with the subscribers and leads that you're getting for your trading journal. And then the last step here would be the pricing piece. So you have the full ability to customize and change the pricing and offer whatever pricing you would like to your subscribers. You could even not charge at all. Maybe you have upsells somewhere else and offer this as a free option. That's totally up to you. We currently have partners in the ballpark of $30 to $60 per month, just so you have an understanding of where partners are offering the journal at. But we found that around $35 is a very reasonable price, and that's kind of like an industry standard based off other competitors and what other journaling softwares out there are going for. And at that $35 price point, you're at a very nice price point that has been proven to sell. So for example, if you had between 30 and 50 subscribers at $35 a month, that would be making up to $21,000 per year. And based on our current clients, that's actually a very achievable goal, even in the first year. And even if you don't have a large audience or community just yet, but you're aspiring to grow one or sell the journal to people who you think you can provide value to, if you're able to get one new user per month at $35 per month, the math works out to be $2,730 in terms of income from the trading journal in that 1 year. Now, of course, there's going to be some churn. Some people will leave, some people won't resubscribe month over month, but that's a fair estimation. Maybe you have an audience and you're able to get a couple more users, let's say, for example, 5 users the first month and then 1 per month in the months thereafter for the first year, those 12 months. That would come out to be $4,410 for that year. Just some food for thought, but it can be a very profitable side income or something that you can be working towards and building up to be a substantial income as well. All right, let's talk some FAQ, frequently asked questions. Number 1 would be competition. How do I compete with other trade journaling platforms? And I think the simple answer here is that our journal is not meant to necessarily compete with other people in the space. We're offering a quality product that serves a great purpose and that can actually help people who are looking to improve their trading. You have the option to sell it and potentially make a very substantial side income or income off of the trading journal itself. But the intention is to create something personal, something that is unique to you, that you have the ability to offer to your community and people can use and benefit from. What about the back end? Do I have to worry about the back end of the app? Nothing to worry about. That is all handled on our end. All the administration fees, all the database stuff, that's handled by us. So all you have to focus on is getting new users to the journal and we will take care of the rest. What about clients, new users? How do I get my first users? If you already have a community, well, that answer is fairly easy. You can advertise to your community. But if you don't, not a problem. Lots of traders are still using homemade spreadsheets and a lot of ways to track their trades that may not be up to date with the current times. Not to mention, a lot of people don't want to pay extra money, especially if you're in the early stages of trading where you're not profitable or you're barely profitable. You don't want to have extra expenses because that's eating away at any profits or that's only adding to losses. So the super expensive trading journals out there wouldn't really make sense for someone in that boat. So you can put some boots on the ground and start DMing traders and start DMing people that have expressed interest, that you see express interest on different platforms. And all it takes is one person to add to your platform per month that can get value from this and that can make you some extra income. What about support? How does a support system work for users of my trading journal? We usually leave a contact email on the footer of all the trading apps. You have the option to add your social media platforms as well if you would like people to reach out to you. But if you don't want to deal with any of the support, we can put our support email in there as well, and then all that could flow through to us. So I'm super excited, and hopefully that answered a lot of your questions and things are starting to make a lot more sense. In terms of a price point for TradeVipe branding, we want to keep at a price that would make it very fair and easy for someone to make money from, but also that would allow us to do what we have to do on our end to keep this running at a very optimal level. The annual plan is $2,200, around $180 per month, which if you were to have more than 5 subscribers at $35 a month, that would already be profitable. Below this video, we've laid out a summary of everything that we've covered. So if you have any additional questions, check that out. But if you're all good and want to get started right now, click the link below to get access to your very own trading journal application. And we'll reach out right away to get more contact information and any other information that we need to get things kickstarted and the onboarding process moving smoothly. So there you have it. Hopefully you see the value that we could provide to you with this trading journal and the value that you can provide to others. We are very happy to work with you, and we'll see you on the inside.